when you go to look where he's pushing mid, you take this, but you can't know what's going on there. You can't get the tower. Usually you want to get the tower before grouping mid. But in this case you can't, because Karthus is pushing, and this is really dangerous, what you're doing right here. Anyone can be here. So you should be mid lane. Like now, you should take this wave and then remove mid lane. Ping Ziggs to go bot lane, because he probably has TP. And you should be mid lane, not him. He's behind. He's not stronger than a 7 kills Jinx. You should have been there, not him. And then now, your plan is to just catch waves and play with your jungle and with your support. Personally, I wouldn't level up Q here for the invade. I would just wait. Also, I don't like your positioning here. You should be standing here, because if he's gonna flash here, hook, you wanna be here hitting him, because now you have to walk here, walk here, walk here to auto attack, so you should have stayed here, close to him, like a small thing. Then you move in and you actually level up Q. Personally, if you are standing here, to make sure you secure this kill, I would get E, and I would E. Just because if he's smart, he flashes instantly and he E's to this wall. So if you E him, you secure the kill. So I would be a bit more patient with the Q. I would not level up anything, and I would stay a bit closer to the Nautilus. Did he really escape? Yes, it was very obvious. Okay, I forgot that this has happened, but it was really obvious. Okay, well, this is what I call a diamond mistake. If you make this in diamond, you lose a lot. If you make this in emerald, don't worry, you can still win the game. So let's see. This is very good. Nice try. Then you chase. Good. Won the first target. Minigun. Nice clicking. I see you play with a very low DPI. That's good.
Yeah, I think it helps me to kite better.
It's 800. How much? 900?
Haven't looked.
Okay, and then you just try to go on this guy. Very good. Then you kill the Vel'Koz as well.
I don't. He got executed.
Okay, so this is fine. I mean, you played it good. The only problem I have here is that he's pretty low with Vel'Koz. Like, nice kiting here and everything. You also use your potion. I don't like the camera control here. Like, you looked at his HP, but now you don't know how much HP that auto attack of the tower got. Because we don't know if he's like 1 HP or like 200 HP or 250. You can only see it here. But let's be honest, when you're in this fight, you're seeing this. You're not really seeing the HP. So the camera control,
Yes, so I could have not wasted my flash.
Yes, if you have better camera control, you can see that right now he's 1 HP, and you need to see, because you know, you want to know where the tower shot is, because you know that when the tower shot comes, let's say you are right here, if you have better camera control, you know if the tower shot is here, right about to hit the target, or right here, if it just appeared, if it just like got shot. But the problem is you don't see this. You see this?
Yeah.
It's not on your screen. So here you could be like, okay, but it's a small thing. I feel like it's not. So we will see later on if this can be a big problem, because if you don't see this in game, you will have bad decisions. And now you just kill them. So theoretically you can recall, but in this case the wave is just here. This is good. You're staying. You're slow pushing. You only have 300 gold, so slow pushing is good. You don't need to recall here. You don't need you don't need the base. You can slow push a few waves, crush, and get worst case scenario a longsword. But you can play for even more. Okay, positioning here is a bit autopilot because Nautilus goes in the brush. And let's be honest, he's about to hook. He's about to hook the guys. They're gonna come, and he's here, and you're just here. So you should try to be standing here. Look. You should be trying to say, the moment he goes, like if this is a like a diamond AD carry, like a master, as you said, the moment he goes here, click here.
Yeah, but I knew they were just coming to the lane. They were not gonna be until 3 of the melee minions are dead.
Okay, so let's see this. So right now, Karthus died. How much time does it take for him to be in the lane? He respawned. He just respawned there.
25 seconds, 30, I don't know.
Okay, so it takes 30 seconds without boots and without movement speed. Now you killed him, he just respawned and he has that extra movement speed. So now it's 122. Okay, 123, 24, so 122 he respawned. Let's see. So from 122, now it's 147. It's 25 seconds. Where is he right now? He's in the tower, right? So this is why it's better to, if you can't keep track like exactly where he is, then it's better to just hover your support. And even if he's not in the lane, it's just better, because if you're moving here, when they come in the lane, they will be already scared. But if they see a Jinx here, they will know that they have a chance to walk up in the lane. Look at this. Look at your positioning right here. You could have get these minions from here, then step into the brush. Of course, you don't need to fight into the minions, so you could also stay into this brush. But the concept is try to stay close around to the support. Like if the support is right there, don't stay here, don't stay here, don't stay here, don't stay here. Stay here, or maybe here. But since you have to avoid the minions, down angle positioning is the best. Because now, look, exactly what I said, right? It's like,
yeah, he hooked.
what are we doing? And then you can say, okay, but it's a bad hook. Well, yeah, he's going a bit too deep, especially because you're back, but this is kind of your fault. And you also have the minions here. But I mean, if he does this and he gets chunked, let's say this is Nautilus, or you stay there, Nautilus gets chunked, but Karthus gets chunked, that's good. You basically make from a mistake that Nautilus made, from a like all-in, a good thing. Why? It's because you have good positioning in the lane. Like now,
are you an AD carry main struggling to make an impact in your games? Is your damage output disappointingly low, leaving you feeling frustrated and powerless in the role you love? Introducing our specialized coaching program designed to supercharge your AD carry performance. Imagine a world where your damage, decision making and farming skills are 10 times better and the outcome of your games is no longer left to chance. Meet Chase. Just like you, he was once stuck in the same position, facing low damage and inconsistency in his games. Let's see what happened after his coaching experience, from Diamond 4 to Master Tier. Wow! And here is Jordan and Brett, both transformed into formidable AD carry after the coaching session. These success stories aren't just isolated cases, they are a part of a community of over 3,243 players who benefited from the coaching program. If it worked for them, why not for you? Picture yourself as an unstoppable AD carry. It's not a dream, it's your potential with the coaching session. Don't wait any longer, visit Visite.com, book your coaching and become the AD carry the enemy team hates to play against.
nothing.
I'm taking the aggro always, also, from the minions.
So positioning mistake right there. Okay, so now you're trying to push. You anyways get the prio here. And then you're trying to zone them. This is very good. This is very, very good. I like the fact that you got the push and you didn't like keep pushing like a bronze player. You're like, oh, okay, I got the push. We're level 2. Let's try to punish. So this is like emerald gameplay. I like this. This is good. Maybe low diamond. The reason why I don't say it's diamond is because a diamond player will be like, okay, I have more minions. There is no reason to push. I'm going to move in. I know now this is going to move in. But he has a good angle for the hook. So why would I go W now? When I can just get my E. If he hooks, I root the target and then I can kill him. Fuck the slow. W is just a slow. So this is how the diamond player will think here. So,
and they have no flashes, so...
Yeah, exactly. And then a challenger player will be even smarter. Will be like, okay, I'm going to move in right here. I will wait to see if he hits the hook. If he hits the hook, I'm going to get E. If he doesn't hit the hook, I'm going to get W and I'm going to poke them with W. Boom. Challenger thinking. You see, this is even more advanced. So he will basically wait because maybe he misses the hook and your E is bad. Then you get W. So that's how like you should be playing. Like here you're like, oh, but I'm gonna get W. No, should go E. Look, he's dead. He's dead. Still got him, but see, it's like a good play, but not perfect. Just not perfect. And then let's see what you're gonna do right here. You're pushing, which is very good. You need to push and you need to crush. You do not know where is the jungle. So now we need to be very careful. The earliest time that the jungle can gank you is
around 250, 310.
What
Depends on the clear.
Let's say you play jungle and you want to gank bot lane. What is the earliest, absolute earliest that you can get gank? Not level 2 after the red. That's a bit crazy. But what is the level 3 earliest gank?
230.
230. Okay. How many camps do you need to do?
3.
3 camps. Okay. So basically saying that you need to do 1, 2, 3, and then he can come bot. What's the or let's say if it's Kane, like in your case, he can do Raptors, Krugs, red buff into going bot lane. Of course, we don't talk about vertical jungle like invade and then doing this stuff. This is sometimes it will happen, but you're just diamond, you're just emerald, so nothing will do it. So let's say he's gonna gank you. When is he gonna be here?
If he does the 3 camps, around 230, 220, 230.
Okay, so this is a bit. So 235, he finishes the last camp. So he's gonna be on bot, and if he's really good, like a master player, he probably does 230. He finishes the camp. So he takes him 15 seconds to be back to bot. So you're gonna get ganked to 40 to 45 usually, if he does that. So that will be in terms of the time 235 to 240. But in terms of waves, it will be on the third wave. Look, this one. It's 232. So it's either if you slow push, he will gank you on this wave. But if you fast push this, he will gank you after the wave. So the third wave is the wave that actually puts you a bit in danger if you want to like stay more after that, because usually after the third wave, Like 60% of the gank will happen.
Okay.
Some of them it's on the third wave like now, but like rare, like 10%. So after you push this, it's third wave, and now we're gonna go to 240 mark, and we say that why 2 minutes and 40 seconds mark is important. And now we gotta be careful at your clicks. A challenger player will push and run. Why? It's because
He will push?
Yes, this is good. Like the fact that you push is good. You guys are low-ish, but you have to push. Like this is a freeze. If the jungle comes, it's still early. It's 2:35, so he should be like right there right now. So the fact that you pushed is fine. You're not extremely low. You take a bit, like this is not even a risk. It's a very small risk. Because if he comes, you have barrier, you should be fine. The problem is that what you do after. This click right here show me that you're emerald player. Because a challenger player or even a master player will be like, an emerald player will be like, okay, but I don't want him to freeze. You know, he can freeze. But a master player will be like, first of all, I'm in danger of the enemy jungle. My Nautilus is low. Even though I have a wave, this guy can't freeze. The reason why he can't freeze is because I can look at the minimap. My wave is extremely far. What is Vel'Koz gonna do? Stay here 20 seconds and lose this HP to freeze when I have a huge wave and the wave is far? No, he can't. Vel'Koz will freeze on two fundamentals. Fundamental number one is the size of the wave. Fundamental number two is how far is the next incoming minion wave. So I pull here the minions, but for how long? Well, we need to wait the next wave. All right. So that's a long time because it's far, but it's also a big wave. So can he do it? So the fact that he escorted here is in this specific situation bad. And let's see how much you stayed. And then you backed off, and then here you followed. Again, you can get ganked right now. So someone could say, okay, but he shouldn't be fighting now. But the reality is you played good margin here. Because I don't want you to play with a playstyle like, okay, we shouldn't be fighting here and stuff like that. When he hits the hook, you have to be very adaptable with your support.
Yeah, also now that we talk about this, another mistakes I do is sometimes it's hard for me to say no to a really bad call.
Yes, so in general, if this kind of fights can make you die and it's like GG, you usually consider ignoring. But this specific situation, one, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minions. So the Vel'Koz can die easily. 2, you have barrier and you have a reasonable amount of HP. You're not healthy, but you have reasonable of HP, and he hits the hook. So in this case, this is not a 50-50 call. This is like a 55 guaranteed 45. So it's not a coin flip. So this is a good decision. Yes, someone could say, yeah, coach, but what if Jinx was this HP? Then you don't follow. Or hey, coach, what if he has like 3 minions right here? Would he follow? No, it would be bad. So all of the picture that we see right here, Vel'Koz tanking on a huge wave. We have a Nautilus and he hits the hook. We have the barrier and also the fact that we have good HP against a jungle like Kayn. So it's not an Elise, it's not a Lee Sin, it's not a Jarvan. This decision is a good decision. So should you follow or not? In this specific situation, you should. In general, you should think if there are more chances that you're going to die than the chances that you're going to get a kill. So in a case where you have low HP or you have no minions, yes, you should consider to ignore. But in a case where it's like doable, you have good HP, you have barrier, and you know that there is a good chance that you're going to get a kill and run, you should follow. So this decision is a correct decision for a solo queue environment. We don't talk LCS, LCK, so this is solo queue. Then you run, you don't overrisk Kayn, and then you recall in a pretty safe position. I would have expected to recall here just because it's even safer, but this is good. The thing that you're going to do right now is very bad. You're going to buy boots, which someone could say, well, he's playing against Vel'Koz and Karthus, of course.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I know. But the thing is, you have a Nautilus. So if they try to poke you with the Q, you saw what happens when Vel'Koz tries to do something in the lane. He gets hooked. It's GG. So this is why you should get the most damage possible. Because again, there is a difference if you're 0-1, you're losing, they are poking you, and they have a real poke. By real poke, I mean a real champion. Brand Caitlyn, Senna Caitlyn, Lux Caitlyn. Actually poke. Vel'Koz, I mean, he's annoying, but it's like Karthus. Like how can Karthus? He's not like Varus with the, Comet. That is like hard to play against. Or maybe even Ezra, or maybe even Ashe. No, he's just a Karthus. I mean, yes, he's gonna be annoying if he's gonna get the Qs, but realistically speaking, if we hit the hook with the Nautilus, it's just GG. So in this case, you should get the best damage item.
Which is the Reiki bow?
Exactly,
That
because
gives
you
you
have
attack speed and
exactly.
damage better.
And damage, exactly. So this is the best for damage. It's like 90% aggressivity because it gives you attack speed and damage on hit. It's like pretty safe as well. But if you want something that gives you 50% offensive stats, 50% defensive stats, you can't go wrong with Berserkers. Why? It's because if he hooks in with Nautilus, you have a lot of attack speed. You can win. But if you play safe, they dodge the hook and you want to dodge something, don't worry. The boots are very good. So if you're going to watch pro players on Jinx, they completely love the boots first. Why? Is because they do everything all right. Sure, if they have an engage, like here, look, Brom against Nautilus, he knows he's going to fight auto attack wise. He's just going to get this. But if you're not sure and they have poke, look, you can never go wrong with Berserkers.
Yeah.
So that's basically how you see it. Okay. Good. So let's see. Good. And of course we bought boots. We bought a bit of AD. We're not going to talk about this. Now you try to... Okay, so let's see if you're going to look at the wave as you go to the lane. Very important. Do they push? Do they freeze? Do they... I see you don't. I see. You look top, but we need to see, is this wave going to crash? Is it because you know it's going to crash. You can see, oh, but I see the minimap. Well, yeah, but we need to know, are there 10 minions that are on enemy and 2 minions for us? Are there 10 minions on enemies and 1 minion on our side? Is it 8 minions against 7 minions? Because you need to communicate with Wukong. If he has like 4 minions and you have like 10 and he's trying to push, and you see he's trying to push, you can ping Wukong, hey man, this guy needs to push, let's gank him now. But if he has 1 minion enemy, like let's say your minion and 10 his minion, it's stupid to ping Wukong. Why? It's because he's dead, he's done with the push. So this wave state, you need to know exactly how many minions are there, because some people are like, oh, but I can see it on the minimap. Well, yeah, but the minimap doesn't tell you exactly how many minions there are. So this is why you should pay attention to the lane. Also, you should pay attention to his mana. Is he low mana or is he full mana? What do we need to do? Maybe we can set up a freeze and stay there. Maybe we can set up a freeze and stop his recall. Does he want a recall? Well, I don't know, because you're not looking. So looking in a fight can, or like before you go to the lane, like now, yeah, can make the difference. Really can make the difference. Super important. And then now he goes in, you try to W, okay, we try to follow. Let's see how you follow here. Can you go through the lane? Let's see. Okay, so you went to safe angle, that's good. You try to go in, okay, you try to get the kill, good, and then... Okay, so this is played pretty good. So here, you try to W, now you don't really have range for the auto attacks here. You try to get the Cartus really easy. Okay, so now, after this hook, what is the first ability margin that you have to press here?
W.
Okay, true. What else do you have in your kit other than W?
The traps.
Okay, but what is more important though?
The slow.
The slow. Okay, so
because it's a slow and damage. It's
slow and damage,
high.
and the E is not okay. So right here, after you do this, so he hooks. So right now you should press W, right, for damage.
Yeah, he's dead.
But how do you know he doesn't have flash?
But
how do you know he doesn't have exhaust? Because you don't know in this case. Well, maybe you know, maybe you track the summon spell, but it's hard to know this in game. So how can you give him 0 chances to escape here?
with E.
Exactly. So you should always try to use your traps in these situations, because you don't know, like you're using double, but again, what if in next game, someone is going to come here, it's a needly, he's going to heal him, and you're going to be like, oh shit, or this is an AD carry Vel'Koz and he has barrier. So, oh shit, he had barrier. Well, yeah, that's why you put the trap, to make sure he doesn't escape and he has no chances.
That's what I told you about the PvP issues. That's what I meant.
Yes, I see. And then you push, and I want to know what you do after the push. Okay, so what do we mean by what to do after the push? So let's recap. So you killed the Cartus.
Yeah, I mean, if there is a possibility to take a plate, I will go for it.
Okay, so let's see. Right now you kill the Cartus right here. Hit the hook. Okay, Cartus just respawned. So it's 3 minutes and 55. Okay. You kill this guy. We see the death timer. We 3 minutes and 55. We know Karthus takes 25 seconds because you killed him, so he has the movement speed. Maybe he has boots, so 25 seconds. So let's see how we're gonna push. Push. So 355. Push. Push. Alrighty. So at 3 minutes and 55, he spawned. He respawned. Now it's 4:20. Alright.
He should be in the lane.
He should be in the lane. So now you could say, oh, I can get the plate, right? Well, the advantages of getting the plate is one, you have a nice wave. It's pretty big. Jungle is most likely not bot. I mean, if he was bot, he was probably till now. He should be top lane right now, but we don't know that. But let's say you're thinking that, like, what were you thinking right here?
Take the plate and the recall.
Take the plate and the recall. Okay, so that sounds good. So you can easily get the plate. If Karthus is right here, you can easily get the plate, right? Because you have a big wave.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm taking the plate and then he's crashing the wave to my tower.
And then you're not thinking about something else. If you recall here, he's gonna stop you. If you recall here, he's gonna stop you. So if he stops you, you take the plate, okay, but he stops you and he takes 3 plates.
Yeah, if he stops me, it's really bad.
And if he doesn't stop you, let's say you get the plate and you recall, he doesn't stop you, he still gets a plate. So it's like a plate for a plate. But why? Why would we make this trade, you know?
Yeah.
Super important. So this decision is not good. You should not take the plate. And then how do I know that you should take the plate or not? Well, we need to track the death timer. So now Karthus died. He's still, okay, now he has the Qs, the passive, blah, 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 blah. And then now he respawns. So it's 350, well, it's 58 right now. So after you push this, so now you can or can't go for a plate, but this will depend on multiple things. The most important thing is where is the enemy bot lane. Vel'Koz, he just respawned 10 seconds ago. So he should be around this side, around the yellow side. Karthus, he respawned a while ago. So he should be around this side, or even maybe even more, like let's say this side. Okay, so if Vel'Koz is around this side and Karthus is around that side, the question that you have to ask yourself is, can I get the plate without losing a plate or without the possibility of them stopping my recall? And unfortunately, you can't really here because Karthus is really close. But, so the position of the enemies, you tracking the position of the enemies, it's important to know if you should go for a plate or not, but there are still some situations where you're going to go for this plate. If the Karthus is right here, some could say, oh, he's going to get a free plate. He shouldn't go for this plate because Karthus will take a plate. But that's not right. That's why we go for the second variable, which is the HP of the plate. If the plate is really low and you're like, okay, I'm going to auto-attack two times, bam, and then run, that's fine.
Yeah.
And then the third variable would be how big is the wave, because if you have a big minion wave, it's easier to actually take the plate. But here, you only decide of variable number 1, which is where are the enemies. Karthus is right there. Plate is, I mean, you can take it, but you know what's going to happen if you take it. So this is why you shouldn't go for this plate. All of these things matter.
Yeah, when I think after the game, I mean, when I watch the video, I will do the right decision. I will say, yeah, I should recall before I take the plate. But in the game, I don't always make the right decision. Yes,
because you see, maybe you don't know exactly why. Because you see, you need to think about these 3 things. 1 is the death timer of the Karthus and Vel'Koz and where are they exactly. 2 is the HP of the plate when you finishing the wave. And 3 is the size of the minions. This is what you need to know in the game. So you need to know also why this happens. This happens because you're not paying attention to the death timers and you're not keeping track of it. So here you said, oh, I should get the plate, but it didn't mention that Karthus should be in lane right now. He should be like, he died a while ago. So he's like right here right now, like right here right now, right there right now. So you're going to see him in a bit. So this is why it feels like after the game, you know these things, because the theory is not very like stable there. It's not always what it should be. And then you recall, and yeah, you should just, I mean, you're getting this item, it's not bad, and you go full damage, you don't get boots. I mean, if you think you're gonna win the lane, it's not bad. I would still get Berserkers because they are so good offensive, but really good defensive as well. But yeah, this is not a bad build. Okay, so right now...
Yeah, they took the plate.
And then, of course, yeah, and then you also lose the XP. And now we can't kill them. Because imagine if you didn't go for that plate. Look at the Nautilus position right now. They're just dead. You're gonna be there with him. But because this happened, missed basically 1 or even why not 2 kills. Really important. Okay, let's see what happens after. So you're staying in the tower. This happens. Okay, so right now they are in the lane phase. What should you be doing right now with the wave?
Low pushing.
True, why?
So Nautilus will have a good position to hook and I will follow up.
Exactly. So there is no reason for you to actually fast push this one. There is no reason. Unless you want to recall or you want to go on the river. There is no reason for you to hit the minions. And then here, nice E. This was the first good E that you put. Okay, you missed it, but at least this one you did it good. And then now, since you killed him, you want to push the wave. And now, let's see what you're going to do. You're going to go for the plate. Karthus is low in the tower, and then you're trying to dive. Yeah, that's good. The dive works because you know Vel'Koz is dead. Look at this. That timer 1 second. He just respawned. So he respawned basically 603. So when you're going for the dive, now
he went for the dive. I didn't want to dive.
It's 6.
But what can I do if he auto attacks him in the tower?
It's 619. So is this dive good? So 603. He respawned with Vel'Koz. So it's
maybe yes, maybe
seconds.
not.
So from here to here, you make 25 seconds.
Yeah.
60 seconds is more than halfway. So he's basically here. He's right here.
Tired. Yeah.
So is this dive good?
No.
So really. You think Vel'Koz right here can stop you guys from diving?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he can't stop us from diving, but he can kill one of you after.
Exactly, but it doesn't really matter because this guy is gonna kill in like 3 to 5 seconds maximum because he's gonna auto attack hook and you're gonna get a kill instantly. And if he dies, if Nautilus doesn't matter. Why?
Yeah.
If he dies, he loses the wave with Karthus, which is horrible. Then Nautilus, if he dies, he gets movement speed in base, so he can immediately path towards top lane, which he wants to play for grubs, and he can also play for mid. So this is extremely good for tempo in terms of support, but it's also extremely good for you because Karthus will lose this big wave, you'll get the plate, and even if this guy dies, you can get the plate, get a kill, and then recall instantly. So
yeah, the thing is, I didn't want to dive there. Like in this game, that's not a dive I would follow up. But he already attacked him in the tower.
But why didn't you want to follow up here?
I thought it was not safe. I thought I would die.
Against who?
From Karthus. I didn't think it was a good dive.
I see.
So why I didn't. But he already went in. Like,
yeah. So right here, there is no way you're gonna die. If the Nautilus moves here and hooks him and auto attacks him first, what can Karthus do?
Nothing.
Is no counterplay, right? It's like you have Lissandra ulti or like Malzahar ulti. It's like walking here with the Nautilus, auto attacking. There is no counterplay he can do. Then hook, because of course he's rooted with Karthus. How can he dodge? It's like impossible for him to play.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, sure, this guy's gonna tank a lot of tower shots, but it's like, and
he will die anyway.
He will if he will die and he loses the like Karthus dies, he loses the minions. It's always worth for you. Plus, Vel'Koz is right here. We already talked about it, so there is nothing to be scared of right now. Yeah. This dive is good actually, because of how squishy and immobile the Karthus is. Super important. And then the way we followed here is very bad. Like you E now, you should wait him to auto attack to root him, and then E when he's rooted. Not now. Now it's like way too early. And then now you're backing off. But in fact, you know the Nautilus should be tanking.
Because I still had the thought of diving or not.
Yes. So here the game sense wasn't the best, and I feel like it's because you played only AD carry, you know, in most of your like life. Like, but I see you also play Leona and stuff like that. So
I was autofilled. I don't really.
Yeah, but
I always play support when autofilled.
It's good. Yeah, so your game sense right there wasn't the best one. Maybe you can watch more pro players. Maybe you can watch more support pro players because this
I always watch Forgiven.
Okay, so you watch Forgiven. That's good. That's very good.
His Tristana, like I haven't seen a better Tristana.
Yes, he's very, very good. I see. And then now you just dive. If you played it better with your E, it's like very easy to
yeah, I also missed the zap.
Yeah, you missed, and you shouldn't really E first. You should just wait him to auto attack, and like now you should put your E, and then he's dead. He's just dead because you put your E and imagine how many auto attacks you're gonna get. You kill him and then you just run.
That's the PvP issues.
Yeah, I see. So it will help you if you play a bit more support. And then here you try to fight, try to outplay them a little bit. You fleshed out. Mechanics are alright. Dodging is alright. And then you end up dying here. I see.
Yeah, I think if I had dodged the Vel'Koz Q, I could kill them both.
Yeah, it was a good play. Like, it was close. You tried to fight. It was close. It's not bad. Okay, so today we talked about a lot of things. We talked about itemization, build, composition, who scales better, positioning in the lane, runes, summon spells, dives, limits, positioning, so many things. Also, when should we follow the support, when should we not follow the support?
And some of wave management.
And the wave management as well. Okay, so now we're gonna do the rest of the game, like a very speedy VOD review for like 10 minutes, so we can see exactly what you did. So stop me when you don't understand something, please. So you died right here, and they are pushing the wave. Of course, you should be looking at the wave to see, okay, this time you're doing it. Is this a freeze? That's very good freeze. Okay, so now you have a freeze. You should be freezing right here. This is a very good freeze. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minions, 8, 9. So trim like 4 or 5 minions, make this a freeze and keep it here. There is no reason for you to crush this wave. There is no reason for you to push this wave. There is sometimes a reason to push a wave here to crush. If, for example, you know you can get plates very easy, like let's say the dead timer of Karthus was 40 seconds or like 20 seconds, and he's mid, he's stupid to go top or something, and you can get plates. Breaking a freeze is not always bad. It's in general bad, but it can work. In this case, it's bad because you're just going to give free farm to the Karthus. If the Nautilus wants to recall and you stay here and you freeze, you're always safe. If you push, you can just die. So now this is just free farm for the Karthus. You had the free freeze. Then let's see what happens. Nautilus goes mid, so you have to play safe. Now you have to let the waves come into you, which you're doing it very good. Then you try to hover your Nautilus. That's very, very good.
Yeah, right here I'm hard pinging the Drake.
Let's see.
Like, why not take Drake? That's why I pushed the wave.
Where? Where are you pinging Drake? Like here?
Around that time. I pinged the Drake so many times. Like
now?
Right now. Yeah.
Okay. So in order for you to know if the Drake should be taken or not, tell me how much HP does Karthus and Vel'Koz have, how much mana they have, what level they have, who has mid priority, where is the enemy jungle. All of these things you need to know when you're pinging Drake. So what makes you think that we can take Drake now?
We don't see the enemy jungler.
So we don't know where he is. He could be top or he could be bot. We don't know bot lane.
Mid seems even, but I just pushed the wave, so we have the pry on bot lane.
True, but then they can take
it's a risky Drake, but I am for one.
True, so you think that you can actually fight that. The problem is that they have Kayn, they can go on you, and they also have Hui, Vel'Koz, Karthus. So if they get you in a tight spot like here and Karthus flashes on you, it's gonna be a bit risky. So be very careful with this kind of calls. Be very, very careful with this kind of calls. They can work, but I don't recommend you to do this. Prio bot lane is not something big, so be like, oh, we just do Drake. If you kill them, yes. But the thing is, you didn't know about enemy jungle, you didn't know about enemy bot lane, if they are level 6, if the Vel'Koz can ulti from here over the wall. How low is Ziggs? Look at this. You don't know this thing, so this is why it's very greedy to ping this thing, because you're gonna ping and you're gonna be like, why don't they follow? Why don't they follow? But maybe Wukong knows that Ziggs is low. Maybe Wukong knows that he's 2 levels down of the enemy jungle and he doesn't want to do Drake because he has better smite. You know, these variables on AD carry, that's why I don't recommend you to like prioritize Drake. So here, I would personally just stay lane and farm. But if you think the Drake is very reliable, pinging Drake is not bad. It's just in this case, you getting prior bot doesn't mean much. And then here, if you really want to ping Drake, you never ping like this, by the way. No one is ever going to do anything if you ping like this. You ping 2 times assistance on top of the Drake, assistance ping or all-in ping. Normally, blue ping, no one is going to ping it. This ping, the worst ping in League of Legends. The worst ping, because no one is actually hearing
Paying
it.
attention. on
Yeah,
the chat.
paying attention. Maybe they just mute everyone and now you try to hover, but you have a wave here, and unfortunately you can't help the Nautilus. Of course, as you can see, exactly what I said, the guy died mid because he just died 1v1. So there is that. Okay. And then now you just try to play the game. Hey Lucas, welcome. How are you? Happy to see you here. How are you? Okay, so let's see how you play this mid game. So you have 1000 gold right here. You still try to ping Drake. Yeah, this is a big mistake. And as you can see right here, the reason why I say it's a big mistake is because, again, look, you're getting pushed in. Nautilus is not here. Wukong just took the top lane. Did he take Voidlings? No, he's just top lane. He's recalling. Now, and now you're going to take the Drake. Look at this. But realistically speaking, 1, you don't have prio. 2, enemies are alive. 3, you don't know where is the enemy mid laner. 4, where is the enemy jungle. 5, where is your jungle. So here you got 2 tunnel vision of let's get Drake, let's get Drake. Maybe you were a bit tilted. Be careful because AD carry is not a role that you tell them when to do Drake. You tell them what to do. AD carry is a role where you can suggest things like, hey guys, let's do Drake, or you ping. But realistically speaking, exactly like you played level 1 or like you played the dive. If you don't want to dive, but he wants to, and you know it's doable, you follow. If he goes for a hook on Vel'Koz right here and it's doable, you follow.
You adapt.
You adapt instead of being like, we shouldn't fight here. I'm gonna ignore him. Yeah, you should ignore him sometimes, sure, if it's like int play and it's impossible. But
yeah, but let's say you believe you can carry the game. Why shouldn't you make the calls?
You can make the calls. The problem is that you can't control 4 players. And the thing is, as you can see, you're making the calls here, but they are wrong. Because you can't keep up like a challenger player about mid prio, jungle position, jungle tracking, priority on your lane, and the position of junglers. So it's very hard to make a good call in general. It's very, very difficult. So that's why it's bad to make calls, and that's why it's easier to just play around your team. You can suggest things, but don't have any expectation that they will follow, because they probably won't. That's really the problem. So just play very reactive. Play based on what is on the minimap. Your jungle wants to do Drake, do it. You kill them bot lane and you want to do Drake, okay. Ping bot lane, ping assistance. But if he doesn't want to get Drake, just get more farm bot. Like, getting Drakes is not your priority. Farm, get items, don't die, do damage. Drake is not in this equation of I'm gonna win the game on AD carry. And now you go in, let's see the E, same mistake. You start with the W, you should open with E. And then now you're getting really close. You know the Vel'Koz is gonna E you, and they also have exhaust, so you should try to E and then stay max range. And then also right here, you should try to auto attack. You try to ulti right here, and unfortunately you get exhausted. So yeah, the problem is that you're not staying away of the exhaust range here. Also, you use your barrier very bad. Like barrier, you use it very last second, like not now, and you use it against a big ability. Like the last second you should use barrier. Like you should the last Q, that's what you use barrier for. Because remember that.
Wait, isn't it the same?
Well, the thing is, you use barrier, and as you can see, now you're not really getting damage. Did you see that? Look at this. There is 1 second and the health that you're not actually getting damage.
Yeah.
Your barrier only lasts for 2 seconds and a half. So if you're using the barrier, like if you're wasting 1 second and a half, you basically have barrier for 1 second. And let's say you have a 300 shield. But maybe in that 1 second, your shield only blocks 100 damage.
Yeah.
So when pro players use barrier, they use exactly on the damage that they take. The Karthus Q, exactly on that. They don't use like heal before, you know, early. Like here, don't use barrier, don't use barrier, don't use barrier. Okay, barrier, now. So you can block the whole damage of the Karthus Q. Because there, used it, but you kind of use like panic. Like now, look at this.
Yeah, but if I didn't use barrier early, wouldn't I be even lower?
You would be like lower, but you'd maybe make Karthus to think that you're dead anyways and just go on the Nautilus. It's always good to use your barrier when you're like low, and you need to just use barrier against a big ability, because your barrier didn't block much. Look at your barrier right here. Okay, use barrier. Who's hitting you right now? Look. Okay, 48 damage, -4 damage. You barrier the minions. Look at this. And now you barrier the Karthus, like one Karthus ulti. So you should have been a lot more patient with that. Let alone the potions, you're not using the potions. So it's more things here for sure. So now in the laning phase, what is the biggest mistake? I mean,
Wave management, possibly.
yes, the fact that you're not freezing, you're not slow. Okay, here is your slow pushing, which is very good. Yeah, the wave management, sometimes it's also like camera control that you're not looking, camera control, you're not looking at the HP before something happens. Like here, you're also very focused on let's get Drake, but the Nautilus is top lane and we're actually playing for Herald or like Voidlings right now. You should try to like focus on what you have to do in the game and try to avoid pinging your teammates. You can try to ping once, but again, like, because now it's very hard for you to play the game. Wukong hates you because you are pinging him and maybe he couldn't do Drake, maybe he didn't want to do it. But at the same time, you're also tilted because you pinged. Okay, some calls were stupid, but you pinged and you tilted yourself. This is why I personally don't ping much in solo queue. I kill them bot lane, I ping Drake. If he follows, he follows. If not, I take one more wave or the plate. I don't ping the whole game. I don't ping 20 pings. I focus on my gameplay because when you ping, you have these expectations of, I want him to follow me. I want him to follow me, you know? So this is why I don't usually recommend to have this kind of playstyle. Okay, good. So you can ping, but just like in very obvious calls. E here, try to kite, very nice. Try to actually hit these targets, but reality is that right here, like you should just hit this guy. Same thing with the camera control, right? Like look who's tanking right here. Vel'Koz was tanking the whole time. The problem is what? Your camera is here. You see that? Look at the Vel'Koz. He's tanking one. You don't see this in the fight, but if you're gonna move your camera and don't have this space, just keep your camera like this, like your champion has to be on the edge. You're gonna see that Vel'Koz is tanking. So right here, you're gonna be ulting Vel'Koz, get the kills, move on the left, and hit from here. Super important. Super important. So I think maybe camera control is actually bigger than the wave management. But it's very subtle because it's not the bronze locked camera control that's, you know, people have. It's very subtle. Like if someone is watching your gameplay and he doesn't have a lot of experience, he will say your camera is good because your camera is good for Emerald, but it's just not good in general. And same mistake here. Look, again, based on what do you get plates and do you go for extra? Based on the death timers of the enemy, now Vel'Koz just respawned, 14 seconds. Okay, 17 seconds. 14 and 17 seconds. Let's see. You push. You didn't use your Q here, which is bad. So 14 seconds and 17 seconds. So now, 13, 14, 13, 17. Now it's 20 seconds because they have boots. We have on the Vel'Koz right here, we have what, 23 seconds?
Yeah.
So he's right here. So and the size of the wave, you don't even have a cannon wave. And this blade is full HP. Yeah, it's not good. Look at this. And now, good luck, have fun recalling. Even if you escape this, it's still bad. It's still really bad. Look, if you just waste the flash. So yeah, the laning phase. Laning phase looks, we have lots of things to work on. Interesting. Let's see what you're gonna do in the later stages. So you need to get the bot tower and then you need to group. If they get the bot tower, then it's gonna be different. Same thing here with the E. You can get a pentakill easily here. You should open with your E. Like now, E, no, double. If you E him, imagine he's rooted and he's dead because you can ulti him, right? Because Nautilus was rooting him. Look, boom, rooted. E. But you should have started with the E a while ago. Now you use it, but it's late. This is a pentakill. Look at this. Imagine this pentakill. It's so easy, isn't it? It's really easy. And you should keep kiting here. Look how safe you're playing. Like now you should run because they're going to hit you. Now you should run. But now keep hitting overall. Hit here because if you get the crit and you ulti, you kill, you get excited and you run. Super important. And let's see. So yeah, the camera control, the wave management, and the tilt lost you this game. Definitely the itemization as well can be, and also the runes and the summoner spells sometimes, and there are a lot of things. But let's see how you played this one. So you have an item and a health. You push bot. And
I mean, at this point of the game, I feel like Karthus and we are even if I have 7 kills.
Yeah, you're still pretty strong. You're level 10. So you have to just look at the items basically. So yeah, right here you should just go to mid lane. Usually you play for bot tower. Like, look, this is good that you took this wave, but now you can't push on more. The reason why you can't push on more is because you can't contest Hui. Hui will always kill you. And mid lane is pushing. Like, as you can see right here, when you go to, look, Hui is pushing mid. You take this, but you can't know what's going on there. You can't get the tower. Usually you want to get the tower before grouping mid. But in this case you can't because Karthus is pushing And this is really dangerous, what you're doing right here. Anyone can be here. So you should be mid lane. Like now, you should take this wave and then remove mid lane. Ping Ziggs to go bot lane, because he probably has TP. And you should be mid lane, not him. He's behind. He's not stronger than a 7 kills Jinx. You should have been there, not him. And then now, your plan is to just catch waves and play with your jungle and with your support. Of course, the main thing is play for your item. So now how much you need for Infinity Edge?
30,400.
Okay.
150.
Okay. 1,500. Okay, so that's what you play for. And you play for jungle, like here he's face checking, so I hope you're gonna hover him. Okay, so you try to hover him, and then now you shouldn't really be here, you should just be catching the wave mid again. Don't want to be by yourself. Jungle and support. Jungle and support, that's who you want to play with. Yeah, like right now it's still winnable. But yeah, it's just difficult. Because you tilted your jungle, he will never play around you. Nautilus is also tilted, because look at what Nautilus is doing right now. He's farming the jungle with the Wukong.
Yeah, because... yeah, anyways.
Exactly. So try to avoid for as much as possible to handicap your teammates like this. It's like not leashing. It's like, okay, it helps you, but he's never going to help you ever again. So when you type, when you flame, just mute him and let him be, and just focus really hard on your gameplay. Avoid drakes, because let's be honest, even the drakes that you called weren't good calls. And then now this is even worse. Like, he's never going to play with you anymore. He's never ever going to play with you with this playstyle. And he's going to take your farm. Yeah, I think you just lost here. Now this Wukong is never going to play with you, and you'll need help. You can still carry this game, but you just have to play very well. Like now, you need to recall. Let's see when you need to recall. So after this wave, you're going to press B. He has no mana on Karthus, so he's not going to get the tower. He ulted, so you stay here. Okay, so after this, you should just go recall. Just go behind the tower and recall. There is no reason to stay. Wukong is bot, so he's not playing with you. You have the Infinity Edge. You should play for your item. So this is your job late game. 1, play for your items. 2, play for your jungle and support. Jungle and support weren't going in, so why are we staying here? Look at this. Because you're never going to kill them. Maybe you kill them, but then you die. It's very greedy. Look. Exactly. Exactly. And now you also lose mid tower. Super, super important. Okay. I see. So today we talked about the laning phase mainly, and a bit of the mid game. Next time, do you think we should do... Okay, we'll see. But let's see a bit of the card of the most important things. What do you think are the most important aspects that we identified in your gameplay for today's coaching session?
$5. If you have problems improving and getting better in the game faster but cannot afford booking coaching, on my Patreon you can access more than 627 VOD reviews, premium videos about how to wave management, mid-game macro, and tier lists that will show you the best champions to climb and to improve for your elo. And these are not on YouTube, this is only on Patreon, they're exclusive. Moreover, you can participate in the free coaching waiting list to get a premium VOD review. I'm giving away 2 free VOD reviews every single week. All what you need to do is simple 2-step process. Subscribe to my Patreon and share your OPGG, and voila, you are on the waiting list. You're gonna get a personalized VOD review for any game in your match history. For just $5, you get not only the free VOD review, but a whole bunch of exclusive benefits that will supercharge your gaming experience. It's a small investment for a big return. And it's just $5, it's no brainer, right? But here is the deal, you've got to act quickly. The waiting list is already filling up fast. 55 people already subscribed to the Patreon, and there are 6 people that they already are on board, they are on the waiting list. And more are joining every moment. Now, do you want to secure your spot for a free VOD review? Go ahead on my Patreon and reserve it right now.